Good evening, dear students. Hope my video finds you and your family healthy and safe. World is facing an unprecedented crisis in form of COVID-19, and we teachers are trying to keep India continue its learning. So today, let's warm up by revising, recalling the 8 part of speech in English grammar. So let's see what are these. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, adjective, conjunction, interjection. So today we'll start up with the first part of speech, that is our noun. Students, today we will learn about noun. We will learn about its different types. We will learn about concrete and abstract noun. We will learn about common and proper noun. We will learn about collective noun. We will learn about countable and uncountable noun. So, before we start up, we will just say, if any of the curious, please let me know in the comment section below. So, let's get started. What is a noun? People, I know you all know what is a noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, things, animals, feeling, or ideas. So let's take an example to understand it in a better way. Ram went to market to buy a pen. In this example, we will see there are 3 nouns. Ram, name of a person, market, name of a place, pen, name of a things. We can also say another types of noun, books, oranges, bicycles, anything which you see around. So we can simply say noun is nothing but a naming word. Anything which we can give a name is a noun. So now people, let's start with the types of noun in our chart. The first is a concrete noun. People, when we have talked about examples like orange, pen, books, men, we can easily count them. We can see them, we can touch and feel them. Or we can say they exist physically. So a concrete noun is a type of noun which exists physically, which we can see, which we can touch. Like this marker in my hand. We can easily see it, we can touch it, and we can even feel it. So this is your concrete noun. Now let's move on to another type of noun, that is abstract noun. Abstract noun, on other hand, has non-physical existence. It means that neither we can see it nor touch it. We can only feel it. So let's take an example to understand it in a better way. Honesty is the best policy. A very well-known proverb in English grammar. Here people, honesty and policy, these are your abstract noun. We can only feel them. We cannot see or touch them. So, concrete noun has a physical existence. We can see, we can touch it. On other hand, abstract noun are non-physical and we cannot see and touch. Only we can feel it. Now, let's move on to another type of noun, that is common noun and proper noun. The very word common means a general name given to a person, place, or things or animals. Whereas a proper noun means a specific name given to a place or a person or a thing. So let's understand it better by the help of a chart which we have made here. On left hand side, we have written some of the examples of common noun, whereas in the right hand side, there are examples of proper noun. Let's take an example. For example, man. Man is a common noun. But when we give a specific name to this man, like Ram, it becomes your proper noun. Woman. Woman is a common noun, a general name given to any of the women which we see. But when we give a specific name to that woman, like Rita, it is a proper noun. City, again, is a common noun. But when we give a name to the city like Delhi, it's become your proper noun. Again, day. All the 7 days Day is a common noun. But when we point a specific day, like Friday, it is your proper noun. Again, regarding the month is a common noun. But when we talk about the particular any 12 months, it is your proper noun. For example, May. Students, have you noticed something different between common noun and proper noun? I hope yes. Every letter of a proper noun begins with a capital letter. So, we need to follow this rule while writing the proper noun. Every first letter of every proper noun need to be a capital letter. Now, let's move on to a third category, that is a collective noun. So, people, the very word collective means group in community. So, let's understand it. What is a collective noun? A particular or a single name given to a group is known as your collective noun. Let's understand it with the help of some example. See, here we have written a group of students. As you all know, you are students. But when you are together, what do we give a particular name? A class. Again, for soldiers. Soldiers is a group of soldiers. What is a collective name or a particular group name? It is known as army. Again, onlooker. Do you know what is onlooker? Suppose there has been an accident on the road and the people have gathered to view that accident. So that whole group is onlooker. So what is the particular name which we give to that onlooker? Yes, it is a crowd. Here we have seen regarding the people. Now let's move on with the animals. What are the groups of animals called? So group of animals or wolves, they are known as packs, which when they are in pack, they are definitely very dangerous. Bees, again a group of bees are known as swarm. People, suppose you have 4 to 5 keys in your hand. What do you call them? Yes, they will be called as bunch. Suppose you have shoes. What do we call them when they are in two? They are called as pair. Now we will move on with another example, stairs. When we move on from stairs to another floor, it is a collection of stairs which we move on through, and it is known as flight. People, I know there are lots of collective nouns which you will need to remember and learn. But these which we have learned here are the common collective noun examples. Now, the very last one, that is countable and uncountable noun. The very word countable means itself that which is able to be counted or which we can count in numbers. On the other hand, uncountable noun means which we cannot count in numbers. So let's understand it in a better way by the help of a table which is here. Countable and uncountable noun. Let's take some of the example for the countable noun. Man, building, books, pen, orange. People, you can easily understand, we can easily count their numbers by giving it a number name. On the other hand, examples like water and coffee, which is a fluid, air, which is a gas, salt and sugar, which are too small to be counted individually, and love and advice, which are feelings or ideas. So people, we can easily see the countable noun examples can be easily counted. On the other hand, uncountable examples cannot be counted in numbers. People, how to say or denote a countable noun? Suppose you are having a single pen. You can say a pen. Suppose you have a orange. You can say an orange. And suppose you are having 5 books. You can say say with help of the plural 5 books. So we can easily say the countable noun with the help of a, an, or using a plural number names. On the other hand, uncountable nouns are really difficult to say in numbers. So how do we say its quantity? We use a measuring unit like pounds, liter, or kg. People, now another question comes in the mind. How we can find whether something is countable or uncountable noun. So we will clear this doubt with the help of examples, with help of putting a questions. For countable noun, we are putting the question how many. Suppose you want to know how many people came for the party, you will say how many people or men were present. Suppose you want to know how many pen you need to bring from the market, you will say how many pen I would bring. On the other hand, to know about the quantity of uncountable noun, we will put the question how much. For example, how much salt you need, how much sugar you need. People, now many a times you will find that we will have the answer in an, or plural. But many a times countable nouns are also cannot be counted, or we don't know exact number of them. Suppose you don't know how many books you have in the rack. Someone will put the question, how many books do you have? You don't know the exact number, but there are few books. You will say, use the word few. Another, for uncountable noun, suppose you don't know the exact quantity, or so you will use the word little. So for the countable noun, we will use few. For uncountable noun, we will use little. Now, next move on to another category. There are many numbers, even which you don't know how many are there. So, with the countable noun, we will use many or a lot of. For example, you are having many pens in your wardrobe. So, but you don't know exactly how many. So, you will say, I am having a lot of pen in my drawer. But here for the uncountable noun, if the quantity is large, which exactly you are not sure about, you will use much, or better, we will use a lot of. I want a lot of water as I am thirsty. People, and some we can use in both the cases, both for countable and uncountable noun. For example, suppose there are books lying in the drawer. You will ask, I need some books from the drawer. And for uncountable noun, you can use, there are some coffee left in the cup. I hope people, this is a recap and hope it is clear with you. For any of your doubts or query, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you. Have a safe life.